Hi YouTube, welcome back to the channel Flashback TNT. In this video I want to talk about some Amiga games that me and my dad have played in the past and still play to this day. So I've covered it in other videos. My dad bought an Amiga 500 Plus when I was quite young, probably like 6 or 7, and he put it in my room and we would play the Amiga. There was certain games we would play together back then that we still play to this day. There's some that we just played back then, and there's actually a game I never played with my dad back in the day, but we play a lot now. So I'll get into it, and I think I'll start with the game that we played a lot when I was younger as a kid, but we haven't actually played it since I got my Amiga back with my collection of nostalgic games behind me. And that game is Metal Masters. Show you the box art and stuff. So if you imagine what this game was like as a kid, you're basically you're a guy who fights inside a giant mech robot. The title screen for this is brilliant for the imagination as a kid. It's quiet. The guy walks in, goes up this lift that feels like hundreds of stories, and then gets into the top of the mech, and it kicks in, and that's really cool. The good thing about this is it allows you to earn money from fights, and you build up your mech robot, so you can give it different weapons and stuff like that, different bodies and different styles of fighting. So there's quite a lot of variation in this game. It's quite funny. I can remember my dad always used to take it seriously, and he used to batter the hell out of me as a young kid, obviously, in this game. And he used to say, like, smash my robot's head in with his hammer. I used to like the laser firing head, and I used to try and get him back with that. It's always funny, like when you think back to your dad as a kid, when he'd just laugh at you when he beat you and stuff like that. Yeah, I always found it funny. And the odd time I did beat him was obviously I could save that. Then you see, it was good. There was like axes, there was hammers, claws that you get like for fists. Obviously your lasers and stuff like that. As a game itself, now I've tried it. It's okay. It's not fantastic. It's quite limited in like movement. It feels quite stiff, but it's still a good fun experience. But obviously, it's a lot more fun when you're playing with someone and having a good battle with them, just for that camaraderie. Yeah, it's you've got like two planes. You can move like forward towards the camera or back, and that's like basically two planes of fighting. Yeah. So I've got many fond memories. I don't know why we don't actually play this now. Maybe my dad knows that I beat him now, so he doesn't want to play it anymore. I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I've actually got 2 copies of this game because purely because before I started collecting my Amiga games back, I always remembered this, and I bought it around 2004. So I was like 18, 19, maybe even a bit younger, to be honest with you. And I see, it was just in my mind, and I thought, you know what, I wonder if that's on eBay. So I searched and I got this for £1.84. Imagine Amiga games, like how cheap they were back then. This was £1.84. I still had the email like from back then, so I checked it out, and yeah, £1.84 postal order, I think it was. Absolutely amazing, complete as well. Then I got a better condition one because I left that in my room. Like I wasn't looking to collect or anything, and I just left it in my room, and it actually got a bit of sun fading, which is a shame. So I got another copy a few years ago and paid a little bit more for it. Not a massive amount, but it's a better copy there, much better. What I love about it is because I didn't have the the actual commercial copy or anything. I had a copy that my dad had, and I don't know where that's gone. It must have been in another box because I can remember a few games that we had that I can't find the original discs for. So that must have got thrown out. I have got some original discs, you'll see soon. Yeah, so I mean, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? This would class as like a special edition or something now if you can get this on like a PS4 or Xbox One. That's all the stuff in there inside the bag. It's got like I mean, look at that sticker. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so I'm really chuffed with that. That's going to stay in the collection. me and my dad generally play around Christmas time, the Amiga, so I might see if he wants to give this a bash when he comes around. We have a beer or two and just play some games. Yeah, so that's Metal Masters. Fantastic. Dad used to beat me all the time, but still enjoyed it. I actually got him back when I was a little bit older, GoldenEye, and I was the GoldenEye king. Next one. So the next one is a game that we never played back then. My dad played it. I never played it. To me, it looked boring. Oh, bloody hell, did it look boring. I just didn't understand what was going on. But my dad played it and he loved it. And then when I started buying the games back, I bought this. This was another cheap game. You'll see what it is in a sec. And we actually play this just as much as our other favourite multiplayer game. And that is World Class Leaderboard. Could probably do with a upgraded case. It wouldn't be hard to find. Yeah. This is such a good game, and the brilliance is in the simplicity of it. You don't need like a degree to play this game. It's fantastic. You pick your club, you aim where you want to strike the ball, where it's gonna go. Obviously, you get your yardage and your wind, and then you hit it. And there's a sliding bar, and if you hit it right in the middle, you hit your perfect shot. And the good thing is, I always struggle. I find that I always hit just left of the bar. So what I do is compensate by pointing just another few millimeters on the screen, and it ends up a perfect shot as well. So this is really good. What me and my dad do is we play through the course, and if we both finish under par, we'll go on to the next course, and that's how we get some longevity out of it. And it's a good challenge, and it does get your blood pumping when you need to hole like for a birdie to finish under par. We've had a few instances where we've been so close and then bottled it on the final putt. Even like now we've played it so much, we still like discover really funny things that go on. I can remember once my dad hit a stray shot off the tee, and we thought it was in the going into the river or like the sea, whatever, and it actually landed on the smallest bit of grass you'll ever see in programming history, and we just couldn't believe it. Yeah, that was a good one, and the crowd participation. This is good as well. You'll hear them say ooh or ah, and so when you get nearly a hole in one, it'll roll towards the hole, and they'll go ooh, so you know you've done a cracking shot. One of the funniest things though in this is no matter how much you play it, you'll still make the mistake of you've hit a good drive, a good pitch onto the green, and then you'll go to another good shot towards the green, and then you want to chip onto the green for a nice easy putt. So you think, right, I'll just gently chip it onto the green, and you don't realise, and you've still got your driver or one of your irons, low irons selected, and you absolutely belt it right over the green, and that's your round knackered because the ball just goes. That's hilarious when that happens. It's frustrating. Yeah. So as I say, as I got older and more mature, like that's a game that me and my dad play now, and it's fantastic. What I don't understand is it's on the Kicks label. I've never seen this game in its own box that's not like a budget version. I don't know if anyone out there knows if there was like a normal box. I'd love to add it. It's probably not much or anything, but it'd be nice to have. Yeah. So just let us know in the comments, please, if you know. It's fantastic. And and I was saying about copy games. That's the one my dad used to use. Don't know if it's gonna focus or not. I'll try and there. That's not my dad's writing, so his friend must have copied that from him and wrote it. Yeah, that's brilliant. So last and certainly not least is a game we played together back in the day. I loved it, and it was one that always stuck in mind, the same as Metal Masters, and it's one I bought back around 3 years ago, and I can remember where I was. I was in a hotel in Blackpool, and it popped up for a buy it now quite cheap. So I thought, yeah, I'll have that, because I already missed out on one and bidded one up to around like £100. But I got this for like more than half the price of that. Dogs of War. I was just speaking to Cine Steve about this recently, and this is like a budget release again, the Encore, but I don't mind that. Might treat myself to the full release at some point because it is a game I absolutely adore. So basically, you've got like a Rambo type character, and you can go around the world doing different like mercenary missions, but you can play it 2-player. So me and my dad would play it together and would try and complete all the missions together. What we found is actually a glitch. We've had it on the ADF ROM as well, because we played this on like PCs and stuff like that on is it Amiga Win UAE, and we found there's a glitch where one of the like the missions freezes. So we actually got right through this technically. I loved it. We love it. We have different weapons, so we complement each other when we're going through the level. I'd have like a shorter range machine gun. My dad would take the Gatling gun, because you only get a set amount of money to spend. Complete a mission, you get a little bit more, so you can upgrade your weapons and ammo and stuff again. Yeah, I'd have like the short range machine gun. My dad would have the Gatling gun. I would buy a rocket launcher with a couple of missiles, and my dad would buy some grenades, and I'll buy some grenades. So all bases covered. You need your rocket launchers to blow up your tanks and stuff like that, or your heavy duty vehicles, and your grenades would like destroy the little like shooting posts. Absolutely fantastic. There's some dirty tactics that goes on in this as well. There'll be guys in like jumping out of bushes at you to knife you, and all of a sudden appearing from nowhere outside the screen. So you have to be very, very careful when we're playing it. And sometimes like this it's great. You'd have fantastic runs, and all of a sudden just go to pot. Yeah, it's fantastic. We play this every year, no doubt. It's got like a Rambo type character, and the other guy's like more blonde hair, short. Use the keyboard to change your weapons, so I'd have to sit near the keyboard, but we both use what we used to back in the day, which is like these conic speakings, which is I love. Fantastic. Yeah, so that's our number one multiplayer game we played back in the day and still play today. I love this. So there you go, guys. I hope you've enjoyed that. And this, if you want to see this, the disc that we used to use, there you go. And that's my dad's handwriting. That I like, sentimental wise, this is priceless. I don't care how much all the other games cost. You wouldn't be able to buy that, would you? That's the game I used to take out my dad's box, put in, and we play the game. Absolutely amazing. That. So chuffed like we still have that, because that's imprinted on my mind as a kid, like 6 to 7, 8 years old, 9 years old, still playing this game, up until I got like my N64 and the Amiga got taken out of my room. Yeah, I love that. Absolutely love it. It lives in this box here. There we go. This is one of the boxes we used to use back in the day, so it'll live in there forevermore. I have tried to get it to work, because unfortunately the games were kept in a shed for a while, so most of them have probably deteriorated beyond repair. I don't know if you can make it out, but you'll be able to see the disc's got a bit of, looks like a rot or something. See the top, there's like a bit of a lighter line there, but never mind, the memories are there. I've still got the disc, and we've got the actual copy now to play. So yeah, thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.